Alright, I gotta try to find a way to get these large building lights on. So you can see up there, got some residents calling in saying that, you know, especially these people who live back here in the back. Now, as you can see, this is kind of a wooded area. So at night, it's really dark back here. And some of these residents, they want to try to see if they can, you know, if we can get some of these lights to work. What's actually going on is that I'm actually trying to find a way to turn on the timer, but none of these buildings usually have a timer. A little timer box that you can go ahead and, you know, adjust, but I don't think I see it. I don't think I see one for this building I've been around. Let's check back here in my storage. No, not. I don't think there's one back here. If that light works. It doesn't. Alright. Well. Yeah, but basically my plans are to try to get these lights working for these buildings. Try to take care of that. So therefore we don't have too many, we don't have any other problems or issues with that. On another note, man, look at that accumulator. This is it's our little wall AC unit that we got for our shop. It is just all frozen up. Look like a reverser valve. It's coming from a reverser valve. That's frozen, but anyway, that's another project. But first, let me see if I can find a way to turn these outside building lights on. And I'm going to see if they're connected to a photocell, because if they're connected to a photocell, all I got to do is fix the photocell. So let me go ahead and shut the camera off and see. Actually, I can see a light. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's across the street. Building over there, right there in the corner, right where the roof meets that building. That light is on, so that lets me know that it is possible for me to turn those lights on during the daytime. I just got to find out how. As soon as I figure that out, then I'm going to go ahead and start the camera back up and get that back on. Locate this timer box. So, hold on one second. Another call, don't know who that is. Just ignore that. Get people trying to sell me things all day. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is that I am going to see if I can set this box to on. Turn these lights on. And there we go. Same like that. We got a light right there. This light is out obviously because that bulb is burned out. But let's go check out these other lights that I had to. These were replaced for me and another coworker of mine. Let's see if that did the trick. That light still isn't on. This one out here is. So you can see. Okay, so we do got one light on, as you can see. This one up here still isn't working. So I think we may have a problem with that whole fixture. May have to replace that. But got a couple of lights that are out right here under the stairs. I'm going to end up placing those bulbs in a minute. Actually, let me go on the other side. Take a look. So there was this fixture under the stairs that I wasn't too sure if the bulbs were good or not. Started replacing them. I want to make sure that it's going to be okay before I go ahead and screw the cover back on. Yep, looks like we're good over here. As you can see, that fixture, that light is good. Alright, so now that there's supposed to be some bulbs out here in the front of the building too. Let's see. Oh, that was out. Alright, so that's what we gotta replace. We gotta see what's going on with that. Try to get that one. Look like this other one up here is out too. Behind these trees. Is there even a fixture up there? Let me check it out. Okay. Yeah, that bulb is out. So it's only one that's out, and that's the one, that's actually working. So that means we got our work cut out for us in this building when it comes to these lights. I'm gonna go ahead and, it's gonna be an ongoing process. But let me go ahead and get back to work and change these light bulbs out. Get to it. Alright, got this little valve. It won't stop leaking. That's for the refrigerator water line. So you can see with all of this water on the floor. Try turning it off so you can see I've broken that handle. But I'm gonna have to replace that valve. I gotta go to the shop and see if I got another one. Try to replace this valve because I can't stop it from leaking. And the guy downstairs says that he has a leak in the ceiling. So if I can't find one of those valves, and I guess I gotta head to my second Home Depot, and try to see if I can locate one there. I found me a valve here that I could probably go ahead and get ready to put that on down there. But yeah, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do is that I'm gonna have to put one of these shark bite valves on. Now, my problem is that your water outlet for a refrigerator line is 1/4 inch. This is 3/8, so I'm gonna have to get a reducer in order to put that on. In order to connect the line to the refrigerator. But if I can't get this to screw on, then I'm gonna have to cut this pipe, jam this on temporarily until I'm able to get some more pipe. I don't think I have any more of this pipe and the coupling, but I'll have to jam this on temporarily until I have time to actually come back and make it right, because these people just moved out and I don't think this is moving anytime soon. So I can go ahead and take that risk for now, but I just want to try to get this leak to stop. And it's going on into the next unit, so let's see if I can get this to go in there, which I hope. Alright, so far so good. Let me see if I can tighten it up. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's threaded just a little bit differently than what was on there. this to work. I'm just gonna leave it on there temporarily just to stop that leak, but it looks like it's still leaking just a little bit. Yeah, you can see it's still leaking. So let me put this down real quick. I'm gonna see if I can tighten it because I need 2 hands to do that, and then give you guys the update. All right, man, I can't get this thing to stop leaking. As you can see, it's still leaking. So what I'm gonna do is do like I said. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this pipe. See if I can. Alright. Pull this out the way. Stick my shark bite on there. Like I said I was gonna do. Come on. Alright, there we go. Make sure it's on there good and tight. Alright, I think we got it. There's no leaks. Yeah, so I just need to put this on there temporarily because I don't need any leaks right now. So we got that all done, squared away. So I'm gonna leave that just for now. I'm gonna end up taking that off and replacing that and doing it the correct way. Once my part comes in. Like I said, I don't even think this apartment is a move-in yet. These people just moved out, so kind of gives me time enough to go ahead and, you know, get the parts ordered, things in, and to get it taken care of correctly. Alright, cool. Had a break-in yesterday evening before I left, and lady came in this morning, I guess to talk about it. Basically what happened was that 2 of my techs, they were trying to put this thing back inside. Kinda hate this. Okay, there we go. Anyway, my tech, a couple of my techs, they were, you know, just outside the apartment building, you know, discussing an issue that they were having in one of the units. And they looked over in the direction of the apartment building and they saw 2 guys running from a unit. And one guy was carrying the TV and another guy was carrying a whole bunch of clothes or something in a bag. And this happened yesterday evening. I'll probably say around maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, you know, we went around and we were looking to see what, you know, what apartment it was, and we couldn't find out which one it was. So, you know, the lady, she didn't get home till about 8 o'clock, and then, you know, my tech had to come back out to the property and fix the door. But, you know, it's always unfortunate when someone's place is getting broken into. Because I mean, I've been ripped off, you know, before. My place got broken into when I was had to be about 19 or 20. My first apartment, you know, some guys came in, took TVs, and, you know, I had a PlayStation 2 game console that had just come out. Let you know how old I am. But that was one of the things that they took. They took clothes, shoes, all of that type of stuff, and, you know, you feel violated. And, you know, as a maintenance guy, you know, if you're a maintenance guy, you know, I'm pretty sure you see that a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. It depends on what area you're in, and it depends on the time of the year. I worked at some properties where, you know, I didn't even, there was like, you know, years had went by and there were no break-ins, no anything. This property here, this is the third one that I've been at that has happened. I've been at this property for I'll probably say close to a year now, but it's the third time break-in has occurred. But it's, according to the people in the office, it's the same group of guys that come on property, and you know, we try to get to them before they do any damage. But other than that, you know, it's really not too much we can do. We do have a gate. We do have a security guy that walks around and he kind of patrols the area, but you know, he's not allowed to engage anyone. He's not even allowed to wear a gun. So he's just here to watch and, you know, call the police and give reports and stuff. But from the resident's standpoint, you know, I can kind of sympathize with him. But you know, if you are living in an apartment community, I'll say the best thing to do is to get an alarm system and make sure that you have renter's insurance. Yeah, because these things do happen, and it doesn't even matter where you live. You know, you can, you know, I've worked at properties where it was nice neighborhoods, nice areas, and you know, break-ins were occurring on a regular basis. You know, I've worked at properties to where they were in the hood, so to speak, and you know, they were like the break-ins were to a minimum. You know, kind of give you an example. The first apartment community that I worked at, I was doing like, there was like two break-ins a week. And I remember the first time I went on call, that was the first call that I got was a break-in. I had just got home and they called me back out and they said, hey, you know, someone's apartment got broken into, and I had to go back out there and fix the door. And we were averaging like 2 a week, and this was like a new property. It was only 4 years old, but it was around a time where, you know, Hurricane Katrina had just happened, and you had that, not blaming it on the people from New Orleans, but you had a lot of people displaced from New Orleans who were in Atlanta, who had just come to Atlanta, and then the housing market was bad. You had a lot of people who were moving out of homes, moving into apartment communities, and I mean, you know, things were just, it was just crazy at that time. So, you know, the average, you know, it was, you know, 2 break-ins a week. But this property that I'm at now is, I mean, it's about 40 years old, and this is the third time, you know, we've had a break-in, and I've been here almost a year, you know. So it just kind of goes to show you, you know, it really doesn't really matter, you know, the area or the location. But yeah, you know, if you're a resident, you know, of an apartment community, the best thing to do is, you know, number 1, get renter's insurance, and number 2, make sure that you have an alarm system, and that'll kind of, you know, keep people from breaking in, or even if they do break in, they may not get much because the alarm is going off. But yeah, I just wanted to share that today.
No, do I like that? Somebody. Oh, somebody tell you? Yeah. I got one in the car.
Baby, get your life. How old are you? Get your life together, quick. Because it's
You
not
little
going
boy.
to get any better for you. It's not. If you don't get your life right and give your life to Christ, get your life together. It ain't going to get no better. I done had to tell my son that. It ain't going to get no better for you.
Alright, just before I went to lunch, I just got a call for a lady who said that she had a leak in her apartment. Her toilet wouldn't stop running. Well, apparently something got into the toilet and clogged it up, and the flapper got stuck, so it continued to let the water drain out of the toilet onto the floor. She had a lot of water. I wish I would have had a video of it, but she had a lot of water in her living room, and in her hallway, and of course in the bathroom. and thank God we have these type of floors here. It's kind of like this vinyl type flooring, so I was able to get the water up pretty good. You know, we have this type of flooring throughout the apartment except for in the bedrooms. But I'm down here in the unit downstairs. It doesn't seem like she has too much. She doesn't have too much water on her floor. So, oh man, yeah, look at that. So I gotta see what we can do about that later. But for the most part, it doesn't seem like she has too much damage. I'm gonna go ahead and mop this water up real quick. Let me see. And I think this should be good. All on a Friday, you know. Thought I was gonna have a pretty simple, chill. Oh, we got a turtle in there. Anyway, I thought it was gonna be a pretty simple, relaxed day. Oh, almost knocked that over. But I guess not. Oh, let me get a couple of these paper towels. I don't think they will mind. So, okay. Yeah. I'm just being super clumsy right now, man. Ate blood this morning, so I'm a little famished, and I am ready for a break. As soon as I get this done, I think we should be okay. And I think this is just the way I'm going to end this Friday. And right now it's about 2 o'clock. I still got about 3 hours left on my shift, so you never know. Hopefully nothing else happens. But got this unit. We still got to try to finish up. That was the one where we had to replace that ductwork, that burn unit. So those people are moving in tomorrow. So I'm trying to make sure that we get that squared away and taken care of as soon as possible. We'll have that done today, and hopefully we'll have a pretty decent weekend. And hopefully I can enjoy the rest of my day. Kind of lay low right now.